the thing is, it's a kick-off this weekend, Al, and my team are playing one of the teams you played for, Spurs, right?
Yeah.
Everton are at Spurs, right? Now, I was talking to Maxie about this. My
There's
mate,
Paul Miller, yeah.
Paul Miller, the former Tottenham great as well. Now, my mate has got a box there, and he's a big player, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And Paul knows him as well. I've seen Paul in the
Well,
same
hold
box.
on a minute. Is
Yeah.
this the same box that you were ejected from
No,
for climbing over the balcony, and
yeah,
everyone was pointing up saying
yeah,
Porky's getting sacked in the morning,
yeah.
and quite clearly you had a few bottles of the old Chablis, and
No.
it was a little bit embarrassing. Is that the same box?
No, it's not the same box, Al. And just to make that story absolutely straight, that was all your fault, okay? What happened was that was in the old Spurs ground, and I was in a box right at the end near what they call the shelf, okay? And it means that the boxes and the balconies of the boxes are probably only about 10 or 15 feet above the heads of the fans sitting
Yeah.
in that end of the ground, you see. So it was an evening game, I agree, and I agree some wine had been taken, but I got out onto the balcony. I got out onto the balcony, and people sort of saw me, and they started chanting, "You fat bastard! You fat bastard! You fat bastard!" which I thought was, a bit harsh. So then went from that to "Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? Porky, 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 Porky. Who ate all?" And you see, so what I did was, to illustrate the finesse of my body and the fact that I hadn't eaten all the pies, I raised my shirt.
Yeah,
Okay,
3 bottles of Chablis. Yes.
and then of course got another load of abuse from "Hey, Porky, you fat cat," and all that. But then one of them, who was closest to me, said, "Hey, Porky, Brazil says you haven't had your leg over in 5 years." So, so what I did was I said, "What? Did he? Mr. Brazil said that, did he?" I said, "Okay, well, I'll get my leg over for you now." So I put my leg over the balcony, right? At which stage all these stewards sort of rushed in because they thought I was trying to commit suicide or throw myself off the balcony or something. And also, right opposite on the other side was the press box. So all my old mates from Fleet Street were all in there watching me through binoculars. And of course, I took a load of pictures, appeared in the papers the next day. And at that point, you're absolutely right. As I was being restrained by the steward, although I wasn't misbehaving myself, I was in a bit of fun. You're right. The crowd started, "Sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning." But
Well, what does that tell you, Mr. Parry? Don't overindulge at a football game when people are watching you in the public.
I never do, mate. What I was doing was I was bonding with the crowd like I always
Yes.
do.